And today we are going to talk about the subconscious mind in its entirety, the misconceptions about it, how to use it to create your dream life, how to reprogram it, just a whole lot of things. I'm going to open to your eyes so the part of the mind that does everything for us without us even knowing. We don't even regard it. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite dimmailoka. For those of you that are seeing me for the first time, I am a content creator that makes videos talking all about God, finance, self-development, and sharing my unique journey with all of you. All this to make you and I better people. So if these are the things that you are interested in, please hit the subscribe button and join the family. We are so happy to have you around. How are you doing, guys? How's life treating you? Hope you are doing amazing, and I wish you a fruitful week ahead. Guys, you can see that I'm excited because the long-awaited video is here. I promised you guys to talk about the subconscious mind for, if not getting to a year now, but I've not done it because, like I said, my videos are divinely led. And at those times, it feels okay. It feels like I'm ready to do this. And I've learned so much about the subconscious mind. Throughout this time of waiting, I've been researching, I've been learning, I've been experimenting. So with that being said, let's get right into this video. So make sure you go get your popcorn, sit in your favorite couch, get a notebook, because we are going to be learning, be entertained, and you're going to see a lot of things. So I just want you to grab everything, every feeling, every experience, because this video is that video, guys. I'm so excited. Our mind is both a receiving and a broadcasting station for vibrations of thoughts. Our subconscious mind operates on the level below the conscious awareness. Our subconscious mind virtually runs our life. I know that a lot of people will not agree with this, but that is just the truth. Our subconscious mind is the silent operating system that runs in the background. That is where our beliefs, our feelings, our experiences are stored. It controls 95% of your thoughts, of your actions, of your beliefs, of your behaviors, everything. It controls it. So that means that you are mostly on autopilot. That is the truth. Let me tell you one thing. Our brain has a lot of things to do. Once you keep on repeating actions, the less likely you are to think about it, because you've created the pattern and your brain has a lot of things to do. So it won't just focus on doing everything. Once you've repeated actions, it's just going to leave it there and create a system for it. And then it has to focus on other things. Focus on your first time experiences, things that are so uncertain that you don't even know how to go about them. Let's experiment this. Do you think you need to breathe? You just breathe. That is a subconscious action. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to prepare for it. It just happens even without you knowing. Once you reach your door, the door of your house, you don't necessarily think on opening it. You just go grab your key and open it without thinking much about it. And that is how we live most of our lives. We are on autopilot. We are on automatic. The pattern just keep on repeating itself. That is how the subconscious mind works. And that is how we live most of our lives. Once you start a new habit and you keep on working on it and you keep on doing it, and you keep on doing it, and you keep on doing it, automatically your brain will assimilate this. Your brain will learn this is the pattern, and it will keep on just doing it even without you thinking about it. So that is why your subconscious mind is a very, very tricky place. So once you discover the power, you can use it to build for your highest good. But once you don't know how to use it, it's going to make you to feel the most terrible and horrible, because it's what you feed it with. That is what it gives out. Your subconscious operates in the background, influencing your behaviors, your thoughts, your decisions, even without you knowing about it. So let's talk about some of the misconceptions about the mind, especially our subconscious mind. Ordinarily, we used to think that our life is operated by the conscious mind, but our conscious mind does a lot of work. But like I said before, once these actions are repeated, then it is going to be performed subconsciously. And we do a lot of things. We build routines, we build systems, we build structures around ourselves that just operates on itself without us thinking about it. Because of this repetition and those habits and being unconscious about things we do, Our subconscious mind gravitates towards the familiar. That is why it is hard to build a new habit. That is why it is hard to stick to a new thing, because ordinarily that's not what your body knows. And our subconscious will always gravitate towards what's familiar, because it has already built a pathway for this to happen. So when I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I take coffee, I take my bath, I meditate, and that is just life for me. So every morning, even without you thinking about it, you are just going to be doing these things. But once you want to add a new habit, that is why you recognize it is difficult. You might even forget sometimes, unless you set an alarm to remind you. And some days you might not feel like it because it's hard. It's not easy. That is why it's not easy to start a fitness journey. But once you start doing it, once you start repeating it, not that it becomes easier. No, your body starts adapting to it. The system, the pathways are already created. So it is a lot more easier for you to step into it than for someone to start a fitness journey newly. That is how the subconscious mind works. So the subconscious mind operates below the level of awareness. It just does things without us thinking so much about it. So today we are going to learn about how we can rewire this to work for our own good, how we can leverage on this to create our dream life, so that the subconscious mind can manifest things we need. So the next thing is, how is the subconscious programmed? Our subconscious mind is programmed by a lot of factors: childhood experiences, our culture, the environment, the media, our emotional intense moments. All these experiences we gain through life, all of them are what program our subconscious. If you grow up in a place you are constantly told you can't amount to anything, you are not good enough, nobody cares about you, you are not seen, you can't fit in, you are worthless. If you grew up in such an environment, there's a very high tendency that you have low self-esteem about yourself. This is because your subconscious has been fed with believing that you are not good enough. So it's going to put you in situations that proves you are not good enough. Our subconscious is what puts out our reality. That's why even God said in the Holy Bible, in Mark 11 verse 24, whatever you ask me for, believe it is yours. And that is the subconscious mind. So if you ask God for anything, believe it is yours. That is when it can be yours. So aka, tell yourself, reprogram your mind and say, okay, I'm asking God that I want to have a high self-worth. Then believe that you already have it. Once you start believing that you already have it, then this has no other option than to become your reality. That is the simple trick about the subconscious mind. Your subconscious is built by all these experiences you get. If your culture, like I've said a couple of times here, I grew up where people put themselves out as if they're perfect. They paint the picture that their life is put together. But if you are in that space, when your life is not put together, when you make mistakes, you recognize that you can't fit in, and then you feel like an outcast, then you feel less of yourself. If you grew up in this environment, automatically your subconscious is programmed to act that way. It will put you in situations you know that, oh, you are less. It will convince you. That is how the subconscious mind works. But if you feed it with, oh, I'm rich, I'm worthy, I'm talented, then it's going to put you in places where you are going to prove your talent, where you are going to learn more about your talent, where you are going to make use of your talent. That is the simple truth. So our environmental conditioning, our childhood experiences, if you have a traumatized childhood, the place that you are abused in different way or the other, then it's going to affect you. The reason it's affecting you is not that you are still living in that space. You can see someone who maybe is molested maybe when she is 6, 7 or 10. But when that person is growing maybe in her 20s, she still feels it. She still feels the impact. Not that that experience is still happening to her again. It's because our subconscious has already been saturated with this. Our subconscious is made to believe that this is who she is. Let me tell you, our subconscious mind cannot differentiate between reality and imagination. That is why when people who know about this trick use it, your subconscious mind cannot differentiate between reality and imagination. It just does whatever it tells it to do, whatever you feel, whatever you want, whatever decisions you take. That is what it acts on. So people who want beautiful life, good things to happen to them, use this. They saturate their mind with success, with happiness, with where they want to be. Because your subconscious cannot differentiate between these things, it has no other option than to give it out. That is where God talked about, whatever you ask me for, believe you already have it. because your subconscious does not have any other reason than to make this your reality. So like I said earlier, your subconscious is programmed by all these things: your childhood experiences, the media, your environment, your culture, and every other experience you gain in life. So here comes the next part, which I know most of you are waiting for, which is how to leverage the subconscious mind to create your dream life. Like I said, your subconscious mind cannot differentiate between imagination and reality. It only gives you what you fuse it with. If you fuse it with positivity, then you're going to get positive stuff out of your life. If you fill it with negativity, then negative things are just going to fuel your life. It is as simple as that. So here we are going to talk about how to reprogram your subconscious mind, how to make it work for you. So the first step is identify these limiting beliefs. Yes, identify all the stuff, all those negative things you've told yourself, you've believed, the environment have conditioned you to see yourself as, the traumatizing things that happened in your childhood. Identify these things. All these things are things that are hindering you from your growth. Let me tell you, you can keep reading books every day. You can, discover more affirmations. You can just think about yourself as being in these spaces. If you don't see yourself as that, if you don't believe all these things are going to happen to you, then they can't happen, no matter how much you tell yourself about these good stuffs. Let me tell you, what brings about our dream life is our identity. Yes, it's not the effort, it's not the hard work, it's not the talent, it's our identity. So what is your identity? Your identity are things that you believe in. They are your beliefs. They are your perceptions about the world. This is what gives you your reality. Not just the effort, not just the hard work, but how you see yourself. Because let me tell you, like I've always said in this video, what goes on the outside is the reflection of the inside. It's a reflection of what you stand for. So if you believe that you're going to be rich, believe me, one day you are going to be rich. That is your identity. But if you believe that you're going to be poor, then you are going to remain poor because that is your identity. So what brings about the life you want is your identity. Okay? So like I said, you need to identify those negative things about your identity. You need to identify these deeply ingrained beliefs. Things that you've known your whole life. You see yourself as less. You don't have self-worth. You can't even imagine seeing yourself at a better place. You can't even do that. All those things are ingrained beliefs. This has become your identity. So identify these things. Identify things that you feel that are stopping you from being where you want to be. Identify this negative stuff. So in my own case, these limiting beliefs were low self-esteem. Me trying to fit in. Me believing that I'm not good. I can't do anything, I'm not talented. It is me looking at my disqualifications all the time. And whenever I have to do something, and then I'm looking like what I don't have. All these things are what is stopping me. All these things are what's limiting me. All these things have become my identity. So whenever you tell me about an opportunity or a business idea, I'm like, I don't have money. That's the first thing that comes to my mind, which is wrong. So this became ingrained to the point that in every space I find myself in, I have to battle with low self-esteem. Everyone there is better than me. All the opportunities that are coming towards me are opportunities that are so big that I know that I can't finance it. So you need to understand these limiting beliefs because they are the things that are hindering you. They are the things that are stopping you to be where you want to be. The next step to leveraging on your subconscious mind to create your dream reality is affirmations. I know that this sounds cliche, but let me tell you, this works. This works. Tell yourself how you want to be. Tell yourself, I'm good enough. I am successful. Money feels good around me. I am destined to be great. I am a champion. I will break these bad stereotypes in my family. Once you tell yourself this all the time, then it will start reprogramming your subconscious. Because like I said, your subconscious cannot differentiate between imagination and reality. So once you start feeding your subconscious with this, it has no other reality than to believe that this is who you are. You start believing that you're good enough. You start believing that money feels good around you. And what does that mean? Automatically, it starts showing these opportunities to you. It starts showing opportunities that will allow you to make money. It starts showing opportunities that allow you to express your talents, your gifts, and then you are going to excel in it because you have already believed you are good enough. And another thing with affirmation is don't just say it, believe it. That that is where people make the mistake in the morning, because they have watched a lot of videos and these YouTube videos tell them, oh, affirm every morning, I'm good enough, I'm strong, I'm beautiful. And then they just stand in front of the mirror without any feelings attached to it and just say, I'm good enough. Then that is not it, because if you just keep on saying it superficially, inside you, deep inside you, that still remains there. Deep inside you, the way you feel about yourself is there. The way you feel less about yourself is there. Because like I said, you've been programmed like this. You've been built by your childhood experiences, by your environmental conditioning, by your culture, by the media. You are like that way. So for you to break free from this, you need to put in so much effort. Like I read a James Clear book, Atomic Habits. He said that a lot of people used to ask, how long does it take to develop a new habit? He said, you know that it took you long to develop the bad one. You've known this, you've repeated this action for more than 1,000 times. So it will still take you 1,000 times to change that habit. And that is just it. I'm not saying that it's just going to take you, maybe you are at 40 now, so it's going to take you another 40 years to start living your life, to reprogram your subconscious. No. What he's trying to say is that you don't need to worry, you don't need to bother about how long it's going to take. You just have to put in the work. So when you say this affirmation, feel it. Because you feel low self-esteem, you feel it. You feel that you are less, you feel it, you cry. You see other people do great things and then you are stuck somewhere, you feel it, it hurts you. So the same way you're going to feel you being at the other side, it's the same way you're going to feel you having your dream life. You're just going to feel it. So add life to it. Be happy, say, I am good enough. Then you become happy about it. You are satisfied. You know that you are so good, you're doing great things. How do great people feel? How do people who do great things feel? They feel happy, they feel excited. When someone wins the award of, let's say, when someone wins a Grammy, that person is so excited. That person is happy. That person is encouraged. So that is the way you need to feel. Because right now, we are about to trick our subconscious. We are about to shift it. So you really need to pay the highest level of attention to details to this. So speak what you want until your mind believes it. And this is mostly advisable in the morning or in the night when you're about to go to bed. I do mine when I want to go to bed. So you speak to yourself. You can play these audios. There's a lot of affirmation audios out there. You can play this audio or you can speak to yourself about the reality or the kind of life you want. And during this time, very early in the morning or when you're about to sleep, your mind is so open and is receptive to every information. Let me tell you one thing. I don't really use alarm when I want to wake up early. You know what I used to do? Maybe when I want to go to sleep, I'm always like telling myself, I usually do this unconsciously until I learned about this. I'm like, oh, this is what I've been doing. I will always tell myself, oh, I need to wake up early. I always say this throughout the day, even in the night, even when I want to go to sleep. In the morning, I'm just going to wake up early. To be honest, this works. Because this is what I tell my mind that I want. I've fed my subconscious with it. And the next morning, I'm just going to wake up early. So, and also another thing is, what I do is, when I do these affirmations, I tend to touch myself. I just learned this a few days ago, but maybe by the time this video is going to be up, it's not going to be a few weeks ago, right? So when I affirm, I used to touch myself. I'd be like, Chidimma, you're good enough, you're great. Then I might touch my mouth, I don't want to clean my lipstick. And I'm going to say, your mouth, you speak and empower people. You touch lives. I'm just going to be touching my body. So this is what this thing does. I don't know if it's going to work for you, but this is the exact feeling it gives me. So you can experiment and see what works, because I too experimented and I saw what works. So what this does for me is that in my imagination, I'm just affirming, I'm saying I'm good enough. So I'm up there in my mind, seeing myself doing good things, being good enough. And then when I touch my body, it's like, this is real. It's no more a dream to me again. It is now real. And that is what we want to do. We want to make our subconscious believe that this is our reality, not a dream again. We've had a lot of dream. We've had a lot of imagination, right? But this time you're about to say that this is our reality. So once I'm living up there and then I'm touching myself and then I'm feeling myself, it's like I'm just caught up in two spaces. I'm just caught up. Like it's in my head, but actually this is my reality. So that's what it does. You can experiment this and see if it is going to work for you. And also, you can write your affirmations down. Right, so that is what I did. I wrote down everything I want to accomplish in life, and my short-term goals and my long-term goals. Things I want to accomplish in 2025 and things I want to accomplish when I reach 30, 40 and stuff like that. So I wrote all those things down. You can write yours down and personalize it. And the more personalized your affirmations are, the more it works. Don't just say, I'm good enough. But in reality, you're already good enough. But you're just saying it because that's what other people say. No, it's about you. Make it personal, right? Make it personal. For me right now, I don't know about tomorrow, but I don't listen to all this, guided meditation and stuff like that. I don't know how it works, but maybe tomorrow I might try it and see how it works. So what I did was I just wrote down things I want, how I want to feel about myself, things I want to do. I just wrote it down and I affirm it. So even if you listen to all this guided meditation, just make sure that it is personalized. Just make sure that this is what you want. So the next similar one is visualization. This works hand in hand with affirmation. You don't just affirm, you don't just say, I'm good enough. But if you can't imagine yourself being good enough, then you can't. Remember, your subconscious can't differentiate between imagination and reality. I know why I'm emphasizing on this. I just want this to get in. Even if you don't learn anything in this video, I want you to learn that your subconscious cannot differentiate between imagination and reality. So it's whatever you feel it's with, that is what it gives out. So you don't just say, I'm good. I want to be in Forbes 30 under 30. I want to film a documentary. I want to be a Hollywood actress. I want to be an international bestseller. You don't just have to say this. You need to visualize them. You need to visualize your book being an international bestseller. That's what I did. I want to be in Forbes 30 under 30, and I'm visualizing it. I see myself getting the email, Forbes telling me, oh, we are nominating you for this, or however they do it. And then at the end of the day, I made it to the list. I'm visualizing myself in this. I'm seeing myself in that space. So next thing I want to have a very big house. I want to be successful. I want to have a big house and have my children in it. And I want to have this study. I want to have a library in my house filled with a lot of books because I love reading. I want to create an office space in my room. I want to have my room and then I have the space, an office space there. Guys, I crave this a lot. These are the things I want. And when I'm visualizing this, I'm like in my head, I'm seeing myself in my house. I see my house decorated in the color I want. I know the colors I want. I know how I want my house to look like. So I see myself in my house, in my study, in my library, on me working in my own office, and the studio I created in my house. All these things are things I want to do. These are the reality I want for myself. So I visualize myself in these places. I feel it. I feel the joy, the pride, the freedom that comes with having all these things. I feel it. So you need to add life to it. You need to feel this so much that your subconscious has no other option than to make this your reality. And another thing I want to add to this is to be clear. You saw how specific I was. Forbes 30 under 30. I want to have a home office. I want to have my house. I know the colors I want in it. I want to have this library, filled with books. I want to create a very beautiful studio in my house. I know the colors I want. Especially when I have guests, I'm just going to have this green couch and like a beige natural background because I love natural background so much. All these natural colors, they are my thing. Beige, nude, ash, brown, white. All those things are my colors. So I've already had the idea of how I want my studio to look like. So be specific about what exactly do you want. It's not just about I want to be successful, but in what sphere? In what space? Is it more happiness? More money? Where do you want to live? So be specific. That is when your subconscious is going to bring this dream your reality, because you can't just tell it to be successful. Your subconscious is going to be confused, like, successful in what aspect? What do you want? I don't know. Then it will just keep on feeding you with the previous clear things it has. Okay, now let's talk about the negativity in your life. You have low self-esteem. It is clear. It is very clear. You don't fit in. It is clear. You're not disciplined. It is clear. You see less of yourself. It is very. So all these are clear things you struggle with. So why don't you make your dream clear? God doesn't bless confusion. Your subconscious cannot bring something that you are confused about in reality because it doesn't even know what you want. It doesn't even know that if it brings it, if that's what you want, it doesn't even know. So be clear, be specific. I want this. I want a camera. I want a home studio. I want a home office. I want a very beautiful house filled with my color that have those large windows that I can just look out from. There's a lot of things I cannot even share yet. You can see me talking about specific things. It's not that I want to be successful and then that's the end of it. No. Be specific so that you can be able to visualize yourself in these spaces. Okay? Visualization is power. To me, it's even more important than affirmation, or better still, it works hand in hand with affirmation. When you are telling yourself, I'm good enough, you imagine yourself, you visualize yourself being good enough. When you tell yourself that money feels safe around me, you visualize yourself making tons of money. When you tell yourself, I want to be in Forbes 30 under 30, you see yourself there, getting the mail, being there, being on Forbes page. You see yourself being at these places. So it is easy. Get clear, be specific, and visualize it. Believe it, add pride to it. Add just, what's the feeling like? Is it pride? Is it freedom? Is it happiness? Is it excitement? What is it? Fill your mind with it. The next one is repetition. The way your identity is built is through repetition. So like I said earlier, the more you repeat these patterns, the more you repeat these habits, the more automatic it becomes. So your identity is built on repetition. You're feeling less about yourself. You've heard this a lot of times. Nobody cares. You're not good enough. You're stupid. You are dumb. You've heard this a lot of times. And this keeps on playing in your mind. When you're in front of a hard situation, you remember that you're not good enough. When someone hurts you, you remember that nobody cares about you. So it is repeated. And then that molds into your reality. So like I said before, the way you have to reprogram your subconscious is through repetition. I learned doing this. Every day I visualize. Every night before I sleep, like no matter how tough it is for me, no matter how tired I am from the day's work, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to lay down in my bed and visualize. I'm going to smile. I'm going to be excited about being in these spaces. I'm going to meet these people, these people that inspire me, people that I want to meet. I'm just going to meet the Lovelies, Tamko, Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama inspires me a lot. So I see myself meeting those people. I see myself being in these spaces, meeting people that inspire me. Michelle Obama inspires me a lot. And I've seen myself having conversations with her, being on her podcast, like doing some great things. The Lovelies, a lot of them. And I see myself in those spaces, talking with these people. It feels so real. I'm happy. I feel pride. I feel great. And I just go through these feelings. Okay, so repeat it every day. Don't ask me when is my subconscious mind going to be reprogrammed. And I'm going to give you the same answer James Clear gave in his book. This is just a lifetime thing. This is a continuous process, okay? Let me tell you, I'm going to visualize the kind of life I want until I die, because I know that every day of my life, even if when I get to where I want to be right now, I know that when I get to that point, I still want to get to another point, right? So whatever I want in life, I'm just going to keep on affirming and keep on visualizing it and keep on believing in God, because God gave us this pathway. Some people feel like, oh, visualization, manifestation, stuff like this, they are against God. It's not Christ-like. No, it is Christ-like. God said it with his mouth. Whatever you ask me for, believe it is already yours. So how else am I going to believe? It's to fill my mind with it. It's to see myself as being in that reality. It's to see myself as living my dream life. It is as simple as that. And also, feed your environments with things that matches this. So remember that we are limited by our environment. We are conditioned by our environment. So what we see in our environment is what we do, is what we make use of. Yes, like I shared here, I think in another video where I talked about inside the school, I've never seen a place they sell fruits here. And I live inside the school. So whenever I'm inside the school, I won't eat fruits. It's only when I go out of the school. That's when I even remember that I haven't eaten fruit for 2 or 3 days ago. So, because when I live inside the school, I don't see fruit, I don't eat fruit. It's only when I go out of the school. So that is how it is for us. It is what we feed our environment with. So, what do you feed your environment with? What? So, feed your environment with books, podcasts, vision board. I highly recommend vision board. And I'm going to do one, but not now. By the end of the year, I told myself that is one of the projects I have to do. I have to create a vision board for my next year. So feed your environment with all those things. Your phone. The wallpaper on my phone is a promise from God. It reminds me of how God sees me, how God has better plans than mine. So when you open it, my home screen, it is a wallpaper that God shows me. God causes good things to happen for people who believe in him, people that he has chosen. So all this, I'm just filling my environment with things that makes me feel good, things that are going to make my dream a reality. So feed your environment with this. Yes, if you have money to spend on maybe painting your house in the way you feel the most successful, changing your sheet, like just doing things that is going to make you feel your best. Because our environment has a huge impact on the way we think. and what we put out in the world, and also what we get from the world. The next one is meditation and stillness. Meditation helps you to quiet the noise. It calms you down, and at this time your mind is receptive to the energy, to whatever you fuse it with. Meditation quiets the conscious mind so that you can access the subconscious. It helps remove the mental clutter and allows new positive programming to take root, right? So when you are meditating, you are just calm. It helps you to quiet the noise from the outside world, all that is going on, things that are working and things that are not working out. It allows you to go into yourself. It gives you access to your subconscious mind. So during this time, you feed yourself with positivity. You feed yourself with what you want. The next step is rewire through action. It's not enough to affirm, to tell yourself, I'm good enough, I'm going to be a champion, I'm this, I'm that. It's not enough to visualize yourself in these spaces. You have to start taking actions. You have to start feeling wealthy. You have to change the words you use. And sometimes when I used to play with my friends, I'm like, guys, I have a confession to make. I'm broke. So, we play with this, and whenever I say I have a confession to make, everyone says I'm broke. Until a time I recognize that this is not the right word for me to use for myself. Unconsciously, this might be storing in, this might be reprogramming my subconscious, and that's not what I want. So I had to change that. I started saying, guys, I have a confession to make. I'm rich. And I started saying that. So take actions. It's not enough to think, to visualize, to affirm, to meditate, to be still. Those things are good, but it's not enough. You have to start taking actions. You have to start feeling rich. People recommend going to places that your rich self would want to access. Going to all those expensive 5-star hotels and sit there, maybe I take a glass of drink or whatever, and feel, and see people in these spaces and feel what they feel. And receive the kind of air they breathe, because guys, the air is different. Guys, don't mind me, I was just joking, but I'm just trying to explain how much important this is. So you need to start behaving confident. You want to feel good about yourself, you want to be confident, then start behaving confident. Start showing up. People call it fake it till you make it. I don't care what you call it, but I did that. When I started this channel, I wasn't confident. I can't even construct a good sentence in English. Whenever I speak, I'm so careful. Sometimes I even cram the whole of my video before I come up here and set the camera. But right now, I don't do that anymore. I can just speak. The only thing I need to write down is the point so that I don't leave anything out. I can just speak without a script. But the only thing is that I don't want to leave a point out. So I might forget some point. That's why I'm just going to write down my points. I'm not just going to write a whole thing. No, just points I want to make. And then once I see the point, I know what I want to say. So that's the power of your subconscious mind. It's not enough to just feel these things. It's good to experience it. Experience will even give you a better feeling than the one you have in your mind. So feel wealthy. Stop holding on to money. I talked about this in one of my previous videos. Whenever I get money and then the money starts finishing, I'm like, I hold on to it so much. I feel like this is the last. I have this lack mindset. I feel like another one is not going to come. But at the time, I had to ask myself, God spoke to me. God was like, has there been a time I did not show up? And since then, I stopped holding on to money like it's the last that I can get. All those things are ingrained beliefs. And right now, I'm working on reprogramming my subconscious mind. I've done a lot of work in terms of having this abundance mindset, in terms of feeling confident enough, in terms of feeling good. I used to feel this good stuff, but there are other things I'm working on too, so that I can be whole. Okay? So rewire through action. Start taking the steps. Okay? You don't feel confident, show up. You are scared, do it anyways. That is when you start becoming confident, and that is when you program your subconscious and make it to know that this is who I am. I'm a wealthy person. Okay? I'm in my abundance season. I'm confident. I'm a champion. I'm a legend in the making. All these good stuffs. So the last one I want to talk about, which is also crucial, is talk in present tense. When we write down our affirmations or things we want, we are like, I want to be this. No, you have to change that. The future tense is going to make your subconscious know that you are not there yet. And that's not what we want. We want to feel that we are already there. And once you keep telling your subconscious that you are not there yet, your subconscious will know that you are not there yet. So it will always bring out what you are familiar with. it will always bring out all this negativity. That's why it's hard for you to change, because you're like, I want to. No, I am. James Clear shared an experience in his book where he said that the two people are smokers, so they want to stop. So someone gave them a cigarette. One said, I don't want this cigarette, I want to stop smoking. The other one said, I'm not a smoker. So between these two people, who do you think is more easier, will be more faster to develop this new habit of not smoking? The person who said, I'm not smoking. This person has reprogrammed his or her identity. This person has stopped identifying with these negative stuffs. But the other person is still identifying with it, but is saying that he wants to make a change. Your subconscious does not understand that. Your subconscious understands your identity, who you are. So this person is still saying, I'm a smoker, but I want to stop. No, your identity is that you are still a smoker. Whether you want to stop or not, your subconscious does not care about it. So I think this gives a more vivid explanation of what we mean. So you have to talk in present tense. I'm a wealthy woman. I am a champion. I am an international bestseller. I bought a camera. I built my own house. I have this library filled with books I always desire. I have a home office. I take care of my family. I retired my parents. All those things in present tense. Okay, so guys, we've come to the end of this video. I hope that this video was helpful in one way or the other. I hope that it helped explaining to you what the subconscious mind is and how it works. So if you're able to leverage on those things, it is going to transform your life. You don't get what you want, you get what you believe. Okay, and what you believe is made possible by your identity. That is how life works. So if you're able to reprogram your subconscious, then your dream life will follow. Your dream life is not outside of you, it's inside of you. Yes, it's inside of you. God has already given us the potential, the gifts, the talents. So all of these things are inside. It is left for you to discover it. It is left for you to believe in it. It is left for you to reprogram your subconscious mind. So I wish you good luck in your journey. And also, if there is something I talked about in this video and you don't understand, please do well to tell me that in the comment section, guys. If you need a guided affirmation from me, tell me that in the comment section and I'm just going to do that for you. Okay? So we've come to the end of this video. I hope that this video was helpful in one way or the other. I hope that you learned something. If there's something you want me to talk about in this channel, feel free to throw that in the comment section. Okay? I'm making this video specifically for you and I want to give you guys what you want. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. It helps the channel and it helps me as well. It's still your favorite Dimmailoka and it's been great with you guys. Until next time, don't forget to stay positive and stay cheeky. Bye!